Do you know why you're going to be absolutely blown away at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Aquarius? And I'm talking about the week in between the 18th and the 24th of October 2022. Why you're going to be blown away so much is because of the specific information and the specific message that you are going to have. I'm so happy for you because this specific information and message that you are going to have is most importantly and most certainly going to put a big smile on your face. You're going to feel so extremely happy with yourself, but at the same time, you know, this is going to happen completely unexpectedly. Why? Because it's going to point the actual success in your life where you didn't think it's actually going to be any success whatsoever. So this in itself is also going to make you aware of, from the beginning of the week, what exactly do you need to pay attention to at this stage in your life, because this particular thing and unfoldment happen because it's meant to happen. It was meant to happen all along, but you had to be prepared for this moment in time. So it is going to surprise you, like kind of like, oh my God, like where the success is actually going to come from. But at the same time, it's also going to start the process of one of the most powerful unfoldments in your life when it comes to you facing the stage of your life that you will know at that moment in time that this in itself, it's about to bring you an ultimate mind-blowing change. At the same time, you're going to find out something so special and so sacred about yourself, and that in itself, it's also going to be the part of this like kind of like a new directions that you are going to become aware of. I'm really excited, my gorgeous Aquamarini, because this is something that you did not see coming whatsoever. You did not see this coming because it's going to surprise you. Not only this element of your life becoming successful, but purely how passionate and how energized and how optimistic you are going to feel. You are going to want to explore more and find out, instantly you will want to explore further with this aspect of your life. I really hope that this is not too confusing, my gorgeous Aquamarini, whatsoever. So this week it's going to start with one of the biggest surprises of your life in terms of the specific part of your life that it's going to bring you success. And this in itself, it's going to become so delicious, such a delicious stage of your life that it's going to be absolutely impossible to ignore. You're not even going to explain where all these feelings and emotions and all these powerful energies are coming from in terms of guidance, but it's going to be absolutely something that is going to be super necessary for you to take on. So it's not only about, oh my God, mind-blowing, surprising situation, but it's actually this aspect of your life that you need to take on the next level, my gorgeous Aquamarini, because it's to do with like something much bigger, and you will see exactly what I mean. There is a certain process that you are going to start here. And that process is going to go for the next few months, but especially by the time you get to February 2023, there is so much more going to be in your life. Your life is going to be so much more colorful than it is now. I'm not saying that your life is miserable or sad or non-colorful whatsoever. I'm just telling you that there is going to be so much more in your life in February 2023, and you need to understand that this is actually a starting point. Okay, this is very important for you to take to take this on. Okay, and also at the same time, this is not only going to bring you success and an ultimate change, but also it's like kind of an integral part of your spiritual journey, where you're also finding out something about yourself at the same time, something much deeper, something very personal, something that is going to make you feel on one hand really emotional, but then on another hand it's going to make you aware of your emotional maturity as well. And it's all going to lead towards you kind of having a really kind of not only an idea, but you will know how to do this. It's not only about you having an instantly idea how you're going to do this. Just remember, it's to do with the part of your life that it's going to surprise you, that it's successful, and number two, that you're feeling so strongly, kind of so passionate about. This is your spirit talking, this is your soul guiding you. So this is something, this is an element element of your life that you need to take on. And even if you don't know what am I talking about, it's all about that passion that you are going to feel about around the beginning of the week. The passion, the new passion, new passion, new passion. And you need to take that on, because that new passion, it's also going to make you to fall in love with life again, but it's also going to make you aware of the different elements about yourself that are going to become very, very interesting indeed. So it's not only about work, career, finances, blah blah blah, new stage, no baby, no, but it's a lot about your emotions, your feelings, you kind of wanting more out of life at this stage of your life. You know, this is all natural, it is all normal, but most importantly, these are all great signs that this is something that you should actually take on. And you are going to also have an idea how to actually transform this goal, you know, into the actual reality. This is going to be the time when you're going to find yourself extremely centered and extremely inspired, but at the same time, you know, you are going to feel extremely ambitious and extremely driven, and you will know that this part of your life is going to give you bring you like a really great success. You will feel it, you will know it, because you're aquamarine, you're extremely sensitive when it comes to your psychic feelings, when it comes to your intuition, when it comes to your own voice within, but you are like so empathic, you are like extremely psychic indeed. So you will know that this is something that is going to bring you success. It's going to make you feel courageous just talking about it, but it's also going to make you feel extremely ambitious. That in itself is going to be such an important time, because now you're also you will want to declare this to people who you know. You're going to start feeling very passionate about it. You will kind of want to, you know, your spirit is going to be rising, your soul is going to be speaking to you quite a lot, but then at the same time you will understand that you are going to need to be direct, you are going to need to put your foot down, and you are going to need to put your point across, because there is going to be somebody who is going to be standing in your way. This person that is standing in your way has been standing in your way for a while, but there is just something about this specific person that you just kind of, maybe something that you don't know, but you should know it, but then you know it, but you don't. Then subconsciously you're kind of aware of things, but then you just keep doing certain things around that person, but then something was telling you that something may not be right. So this person is going to be standing in between you and that new path, but you have to like kind of declare something to that person. You need to be honest with that person, and you need to put your foot down. And how? Why am I talking about? Because it's something on your mind, something has been persistently on your mind to clear something out with someone. You don't, that does not need to be an argument, it doesn't need to be something horrible, it doesn't need to be screaming, no baby, no. Just put your point across, put your foot down, but at the same time try to like kind of say what's bothering you, what's on your mind, because that in itself is going to also reveal something to you. It's going to be leading towards an important revelation, and that revelation that you are going to have about that person, it's like kind of what you're going to hear about that person, it's kind of gonna surprise you, but you kind of could have expected this, do you know what I mean? But what is actually going to surprise you, how nonchalant you're going to feel. And this nonchalant feeling is your great and absolutely mind-blowing sign that something that you were so worried about, when you hear what you kind of were expecting to hear, you know, you were like kind of worried how you're going to be, how you're going to react, how you're going to feel, and now you're going to see that you're feeling completely different. And this is all your sign that energetically this is something that you need to deal with, and energetically this is a sign that something or someone became a very unhealthy attachment around you, but at the same time that person hasn't been quite honest. So you just kind of need to kind of come to terms with this at the same time. But you need to understand this is the reason why you're going to feel different when you kind of become aware of that person. Why am I talking about? It's because the process of transformation is starting. Karmically you have been through a lot, karmically you have done a lot, so now the process of transformation is starting, which means that on one hand, you know, something that you thought that it's going to bother you, it's not bothering you at all. When you kind of face this situation, what this person is going to tell you, it's all going to be absolutely good. Do you know what, my gorgeous aquamarini, this is not scary whatsoever. You are going to feel kind of relieved. And you are almost going to feel like, oh God, I couldn't wait for this, you know, I couldn't wait for this, you know. That's how you're going to feel, because it's getting to the point in your life when this is just kind of draining your energy, because, you know, because it needed to get to this moment. And when it comes to the transformation, what you also need to understand that now this week, it's a lot going to be about you kind of feeling really inspired. You're going to feel extremely open-minded. You're going to kind of feel very bored with certain aspects and certain things in your life. You are going to realize certain things that have come to an end naturally, but you're also going to realize a couple of brand new beginnings as well. But especially, and also before I go any further, this, my gorgeous Aquamarini, it is not a good week to kind of invest into something big time whatsoever. No, baby, no. So this is a week for planning, and it's week to like kind of see which new learning experience do you need to kind of like really throw yourself in, because it's more about a new learning experience that you are going to be kind of like becoming aware of at around the mid-week as well. So it's more about learning. It's more about like kind of like you know, kind of observing your limitations at the same time, but rather than kind of investing into something big. If you want to invest into something big, if you want to spend a lot of money on something, if you're lucky enough, you know, to be able to do this, if you want to buy something massive big, then I would highly suggest you to do it after the 24th of October, not in between the 18th and 24th, but from the 25th of October onwards, you can do big investments and things like that. But this week, no, baby, no. I'm not saying it will be horrible or bad, but I'm just saying that the vibration and energy, it's not just right. And if you can possibly wait another week, it would be great, because that way you can like kind of connect to other things that you should be connecting to at this stage of your life. Because if you start thinking about something really big or signing something really huge, you know, then that is just going to take your attention and energy away from things that you should be focusing on and paying attention to when it comes to like an inspiration. I'm telling you, you're going to feel extremely open-minded, but also you are going to feel kind of inspiration on a whole other level with things that you felt very kind of attracted to, very kind of connected to, but now you're just going to be able to feel this on a different level. So this is something that you should be investigating, you know, because it's a lot to do with your soul purpose, you know, and things like that. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, you know, you basically, what you need to understand, that there is like a really specific person in your life again, somebody very young, somebody younger, somebody is like, oh God, I'm not being dark Lala, I'm sorry, everybody's telling me like, oh, you're so negative lately, do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be negative. This is actually really good. It's not negative, you know, because I know what the outcome is going to be. And this at around the midweek, you just need to understand that somebody who is like a very much so younger around you in your life, that means to you so much, whether this is a family member, whether this is your child, whether this is your younger sibling, whether this is some kind of younger spirit around you who is like very important to you, someone is going to need your help, because someone is going through something quite, you know what younger people kind of, or inexperienced people go through, with some kind of unhealthy or a negative attachment. So maybe it's like, I don't know, it's like somebody's like kind of being just a little bit misguided. Maybe, I don't know, if it could be like with a bit of an addiction or something, some kind of process, not that it's starting, it's not even starting yet, but they're facing the stage of their life, the part of their life when they are like kind of surrounded by a couple of people that, oh God, you know, I don't really like, because they could be like much older with their age, but most certainly they are kind of leading that younger person in your life towards like some kind of a negative and a rather dark stage. And I'm saying this is not a bad reading, because at least I'm giving you the opportunity to understand this. So somebody younger in your life is being misled, but it's towards things and aspects of their lives that could, oh my God, if they're kind of stuck into it, it's going to take them a while to come out of it. So it's like some kind of, it's to do with an unhealthy attachment, or maybe it's to do with some kind of narcotics or drugs, or I don't know, something like that, you know. So the reason why I said this is not bad is because you are going to become aware of that younger person. So it's somebody who's important to you. I really hope I make sense, honestly. But it's somebody who's very important to you. It's just being like a little bit misguided. But you are going to become aware of, because at around the midweek, they will do something really kind of weird and unusual and something strange. They're going to act in a really bizarre way. So you're going to be like, oi, why are you acting like this? That's a little bit strange, you know? And then you will know that something is not quite right. So all you need, you're the only one who can help that person, because you are very strongly connected to that person. There is a very special relationship in between you and that person, and that person looks up to you like a big mama. Like that person look up to you so much, like, and also your word has got a mind-blowing impact on that person. So try to help them out, please. Like, you will know that something is not right, and then it's all about conversation, starting to talk and opening. And there is also how you're going to opening yourself, and also there is some kind of experience that you had in life, you know, that you will be able to apply to this situation. So that's how you're going to sort this out. By you opening yourself up, by you being honest, and by you saying that you went through this experience. And that's all you need to do. Just open yourself up and say it. I've spent quite a lot of time now talking about this particular person, but this is someone who means to you so much. And this is going to get back to you 1,000,000 times, because that person is on a little crossroads at the moment, and you're the only one who can actually help them. But they didn't even get there to the dark side, you know, dark side of the moon. They didn't even get there yet. So it's all about you just opening yourself up, but you are going to have to be honest with some kind of experience that you had in the past. So that person is going to be able to understand. This is going to get back to you in a million ways, my gorgeous Aquamarini, indeed. And also, when it comes to the midweek, please do pay attention to what dreams you are going to have. There is a very unusual dream that you are going to have at around the midweek, and this unusual dream that you are going to have, it's also going to kind of like really remind you of a certain aspect of your life that, you know, it's going to make you feel extremely nostalgic. You're going to feel extremely nostalgic when you have this dream, but it's not about you feeling nostalgic, and it's not about that dream, but it's about what you're going to be dreaming. You know, it's more about like some kind of like a simple joys in life that are going to be pointed out to you, and you're going to understand, why am I not doing this anymore? Why is this not part of my life anymore? So through that dream, you will open your eyes so much spiritually and psychically, and the bottom line is that it's going to be pointed out like a simple joys in life, something that it's missing, but it's very simple. It's to do with the simple joys in life, and this is going to be absolutely evident. It's going to be obvious exactly what am I talking about. So something is going to be pointed out, and you will know what this is, because sometimes you don't remember your dreams, but this one you are going to remember. And even if you don't remember your dream, my gorgeous Aquamarini, what you can remember is the last parts of that dream, or the bottom line of that dream, or the main point about that dream. And how can you know the main point about your dream if you don't remember your dream? Do you know what I mean? It sounds crazy, I know. How are you going to know this? Because at around the midweek, if you don't remember your dream, you will see also, you're going to open your gorgeous eyes, and something specific is going to be on your mind, some kind of direction, some kind of word, some kind of realization. This is the part of your awakening. This is the sign that you're healing and ascending on the next level, and it's all going to point down towards the part of your life, towards an aspect of your life that is missing, and that is just so needed at this stage in your life to make you so much happier. Now it's time for you to kind of reflect on this stage and see what this is. So even if you don't remember your dream, my gorgeous Aquamarini, just pay attention to what it's going to be on your mind, that it's going to inspire you so much from the first moment you open your gorgeous eyes in the morning at around the midweek. And this is when I say that it's like, if you don't remember your dream, you remember the point of your dream. So it's all kind of like at the back of your mind, but it's providing you with the actual solution to what is missing in your life at this stage, by raising your vibration, by only thinking about it. But it's to do with the simple joys in life. I'm sorry, my gorgeous Plantini, but it's to do with the simple joys in life, okay? And sorry. And also, my gorgeous Aquamarini, when it comes to the midweek, you are really going to kind of, at the time when you're kind of, you're going to find yourself like really observing limitations as well. You're going to find yourself at around the midweek observing your limitations. And what I mean by that is that you're going to be in this mode where you're going to be looking at a few different people, and all these people are going to be around you, or you're going to be looking at them, but the bottom line is that these few different people that you are going to be looking at, you know, at the same time you're going to be realizing how everything is connected. They're going to be like kind of well into it, what they're doing, but you're going to realize how everyone is connected, everything is connected, and how everybody's playing a specific role. It's all about the spirituality, us being open-minded, and realizing that we are landing on a rather specific stage, an area in our lives where you are going to open your eyes, and you are most importantly going to have some kind of realization, an idea. You're going to be inspired. Someone specific within this group of people, someone specifically is going to inspire you, and you will want to do something like them. This is not a bad thing whatsoever, because these are people are meant to be in our lives. So whether people are meant to be in our lives like a family members, or people who we really love and appreciate, or people are just passers-by, you know, we are still learning from them what we need to learn at that stage in our lives. So it doesn't really matter, okay? So it doesn't really matter. Every single person who cross our path we learn from, whether it's a stranger or whether it's a big mama, somebody who we really know. So it's just all about you kind of like seeing something and wanting to do that as well, being inspired by it, which is going to make you aware of, you know what, if I want to do that, then I'm going to have to change that. So this is going to put you in a state or in a stage of like contemplation, but you know what I mean. And when it comes to that contemplation, you just need to do just that, what you're finding so challenging. But this is indeed going to prevent from like a kind of some kind of a tower and negative situation that happened to you over the last couple of years from happening ever again. So this is what you're going to do, because it's going to be on your mind, oh my god, I've done this before, but if I don't do it now, the same situation is going to repeat, and then I'm going to be, no, you know what I mean. So this is what, when you find yourself being challenged, this challenge, when you find yourself like contemplating, you are going to need to understand that you just have to go for the thing that you find the most challenging. You have to go for the thing that you find most challenging, and it's going to go for an additional 6 or 7 months. So 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be around April and May 2023. Around April and May 2023, you are going to have absolutely a mind-blowing reason to celebrate. There is going to be celebration purely because what is then going to be available to you. But if you didn't do this, if you didn't go for this challenging choice, that wouldn't actually happen. So when you find yourself like contemplating what I'm gonna do, just go for it. Go for the one thing that you find the most challenging, but you know, you will know, your soul is going to be speaking that this is something that you need to do. And also at the same time, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you are at around the midweek, you know, you're gonna feel like a bit of like a little bit of time to take for yourself. Like you will want to take some time out. You will want to, maybe you're going to feel like, oh God, I want to do something spiritual, or I want to kind of meditate. Or you're going to suddenly feel like you want to visit the forest and ground yourself, touch the ground. You know, maybe you will feel like visiting the forest and taking your shoes off, taking your socks off, and just walking with your bare feet on the actual ground, on the soul, on the earth. Oh my God, it's just so healing. It's so mind-blowing. It's doing to people so many things, you know, this connection and reconnection with the nature, where you're massaging yourself with these energies literally that goes throughout your body, you know. So there is so many aspects that you can actually do in order to spiritually rejuvenate yourself. But however, at around the midweek, you are gonna feel like you want to like kind of take a time out, whether this is going to be day or two. But when I say time out, it's not necessarily like a hermit mode or anything like that. This is more going to be like, oh, you wouldn't want to do something for yourself, but it is going to have this spiritual kind of things about it, around it. So whether you're going to go outside, visit the nature, whether you're going to be meditating, or whether you're going to be reconnecting with your little crystals, you know, or whatever time out for you is in terms of you kind of like relaxing and chilling out. But at the same time, you need to understand it's not about you being spiritual, but it's about you mentally preparing yourself. So I'm going to help you to recognize this part of your life. So when you feel like, oh, you want to meditate or this or that, just suddenly out of the blue, you're going to feel such a strong urge to do something like this. And this in itself, it's like a basically also going to be a sign that you need a little bit of mental preparation for what is to come. That mental preparation is going to help you to rejuvenate yourself, but it's also going to help you to prepare yourself for what is to come, because something you're gonna need this, because this is going to help you to clear the blockages. Okay, yes, this is going to help you to clear the blockages, and once the blockages are cleared, a couple of days later you are going to have a vision. You are going to have a vision how your life, how exactly you want your life to be, and you're gonna feel it so comfortable. You're gonna feel people in this life. You're gonna feel such a strong reconnection with yourself, and at the same time, when you have that vision, you know, it's like almost like a timing, some kind of timing. It's gonna come to you, like how long is something going to take, and this is going to answer one of the biggest questions to you as well. And when you're wondering about something, how long is something going to take, this is to do with emotions. This is to do with love. This is to do with people in your life. This is to do with something really personal. But then again, at the same time, you will just know how long is something going to take when it comes to the actual unfoldment. And this is going to also help you, you know, to have an unnecessary, like, no arguments, but unnecessary, yeah, I suppose negativities, you know, with people who just don't mean anything to you, who you should just like kind of protect your energy around when you're around. You know, this is all going to come to you, so it's going to be absolutely obvious. The last part of this week, my gorgeous Aquamarini, my goodness, you know, the last part of this week you are going to become aware of, like, you know, first of all, I like this so much. It's like a huge, massive, enormous, giant victory. You are having, no, sorry, giant, yeah, it is, sorry, massive. Do you know what am I doing? I'm looking at the card here, and I'm looking at the card here, and my mind is like choo, 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 choo. Anyway, my mind is like how I talk, like 100 miles per hour. That's how my mind goes. Seriously, I'm not lying, honestly. So first of all, you are gonna have hello, my darling. See, you're talking to me. Yeah, you are going. I've lost it. Yeah, I've never had it, I guess. Yeah. No. Anyway, so the last part of this week, my gorgeous Aquamarini, I get so excited here. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. This is the time when you are really going to be enjoying yourself. You're going to feel so proud of yourself. You're going to feel so excited. You're going to feel so optimistic. You're going to feel like so happy. You're going to feel almost like a little bit cocky, but you deserve to feel a little bit cocky, because this is to do with like what you have created, what you have done, what you have been working on for such a long time. You have been okay, you have been successful, you have been absolutely fine, but my lord, you did not think that it's going to go on this stage. So something is going to surprise you at the end of the week. You are going to have probably one of the most mind-blowing messages of your life, and this in itself, it's going to make you feel so good, because it's to do with the part of your life that you worked on so hard for. It's actually going to turn out to be way more successful than you could possibly imagine. You are going to find out something so special and so unique about yourself. You are unique, you are special. You need to find out this. This is important. You're going to feel honored with yourself, but also, my God, people who know you're going to be like, I know him, I know her, he's amazing, she's amazing. So it's the time of your own victory, my gorgeous Aquamarini. Indeed, it's the time of your own victory, and this is only going to highlight, this is not only going to highlight like a sacred gift, you're very special, but it's also going to highlight that there are two paths ahead after this moment in time. There are two paths ahead, my gorgeous Aquamarini. Okay, so both of these paths are paths that you should be on, and both of these paths are going to be equally as important. And also, my gorgeous Aquamarini, when it comes to the end of this week, like, my God, you are like a little guardian angel. Like, I'm not being funny here, but my gorgeous Aquamarini, you are so powerful. You have got so much on your back, and you're still able to help to so many other people. You have helped to so many other people throughout your life. I don't know if you even realize how amazing you actually are. You're anything but selfish. You're incredible people indeed. And you know why I say this? You know, when it comes to that person that I mentioned in the midweek that is like close to you, younger person that is going to need a bit of help. So now, again, there is another person here. Like, you're like a guardian angel. Honestly, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you're like a guardian angel. Okay? So, because now there is, oh my God, it's like, it's like an older, now this was a younger person, now this is like a little bit older person in your life. Somebody a little bit sensitive, and somebody a little bit vulnerable. Somebody getting into the vulnerable stage of their life. I'm not saying that older people are vulnerable. Do you know what I mean? Somebody's a little bit older, but this person is getting to the point when they're getting really vulnerable. And I'm seeing this person again, and oh God, I don't know how to say this. Oh God, you need to see, there are some kind of wrongdoings about that person here. There is someone who is trying to take an advantage of that vulnerable person. And again, you need to be clear here. You need to be really, really direct. And this is why I'm saying that you're like a guardian angel. I'm not talking about some random people here, okay? I'm talking about someone who is in your life, somebody very special to you, somebody important to you, somebody whom you are emotionally connected to. Okay, it's an older person that is becoming vulnerable, but I see that someone is trying to take an advantage of them, and you are the only one who is strong enough. You're the only one who can do things with a snap of a finger. You're the only one who feels comfortable with things like this, my gorgeous Aquamarini. And this is what makes you amazing. This is what makes you different, because you will do things and you will say things that lots of other people are going to be like, oh my God, oh no, I'm embarrassed to say this, oh no, I'm scared to say this. You are the one who is very powerful. You hold the power, you hold the key. You need to see what you're going to do with this, because someone is going to try to take an advantage. Now, someone has already been trying to take an advantage of this vulnerable person, but someone is working on it now. I'm sorry to be dark Lala again, but someone is working on it right now, and you're gonna become aware of this. You're gonna find this out. And you're not even going to expect this. You're going to find this out. So please try to kind of work on this, because it's to do with not only like some group of people or a certain person who is very deceiving, very kind of dishonest, but it's also to do with like very kind of devilish people and devilish persons, you know what I mean, that became ridiculously unhealthy attachment when it comes to that special person in your life who's really vulnerable. So please be aware of it and try to somehow put a stop on that, but you can't rush with anything. Okay, you have to do one step at a time. Somehow you need to make this person aware, or somehow you need to make these people aware, but you need to do this very methodically. You need to do this without being like stroppy or negative. You just need to find the ways how you can make this come to an end slowly but surely. Just say something, oh, I don't know, but you need to just kind of make them aware, these people, somehow, that this is going to stop. Like maybe they're working for that person, maybe they're around that person, but somehow you're going to need to come up with a plan how you're actually going to do this. Indeed, but you are going to become aware of this anyway. And also, my gorgeous Aquamarini, what else I was going to say? Yeah, by the end of the week, I like this so much. Another great thing. So it has got a little bit of bits of everything here, but you know, I did tell you like you are a guardian angel, literally. So this is a good thing. This is all going to get back to you anyway. It's just all part of our lives, indeed. But the last part of this week, also the last thing, it's like another thing I get very excited about, is to do with you waiting for someone to decide something for you, and you've been waiting for a while. So whether this is to do with like some official people deciding something for you, something official, something important, or whether these are people in your life that are important, that are trying to decide something important to you, or whether this is to do with the proper justice, like some kind of a court case. But by the end of the week, you are going to have a really massive, giant smile on your face, my gorgeous Aquamarini, because some kind of a justice or some process that you've been waiting for, that you've been so anxious about, it's actually going to work beautifully in your favor indeed. So your justice is coming, which is really beautifully going to really make you aware of the new ideas and fresh thinking, because you're going to become aware of like something that you've learned so far. It's going to be on your mind as well. So it's not only about the justice, how happy you're going to be, but you're also going to realize how much you've actually learned, and what you've learned, it's going to be like a life-changing in its way, because it's like going to kind of like it's going to bring you whole new fresh thinking Okay, and also at the same time it's going to make you really, really curious, and all that it's going to help you, you know, when it comes to you facing a quite unusual choice at the end of the week. This situation is going to make you aware of exactly what to go for, because what you have learned, it's going to be highlighted, and this is something that you need to throw yourself in as soon as you possibly can. My gorgeous aquamarine, if you don't jump in the water, you will never learn how to swim. Now it's time to jumpy jump. You know that this is one of my favorite sayings, isn't it? Okay, my gorgeous aquamarine, I love you all so much. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous aquamarine. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.